All right, so you asked about this blindside guillotine. That's what I like to call it. There's a few main ways you're gonna see it. I wanna break down how I think it's easiest to learn it. So if Dylan is wrestling up into me, a normal guillotine, I would overhook this arm as you keep wrestling up. I'd overhook the head and I would drop right here and throw that leg around the back. The blindside guillotine, we're turning the other direction. So when I'm here and Dylan starts to wrestle up, I'm gonna turn inside the arm and find the guillotine that way on the blind side, right? Because you're kind of turning, you're turning backwards. As Dylan starts to come up, I'm turning inside that lock and I'm catching the head here. It's actually pretty safe. Like if I don't get the choke, usually I'm still falling on the head enough where I'm gonna get back into a guard and maybe I can follow up with something else. This is a really safe way to practice it. It's probably not gonna happen from this position a lot when you're rolling unless you make it like a huge part of your game to turn on top of there. And again, this was super popularized by Jeff Glover. Gio Martinez uses it a lot. Dylan Dennis actually, when he did jiu-jitsu, he used to do the blindside guillotine a lot. It's one of my favorite attacks. Once you start to get comfortable with it against that side control wrestle up, you can start going into it a lot from like a knee slide where you'll cut across and maybe you miss the underhook or you lose it, and once Dylan starts coming up, I reach across and I find the guillotine during the transition. It's gonna be easier for you to find an arm in guillotine than an arm out, because as I go through, his arm is already around my body. So when I start to reach together, trying to reach down in front of the shoulder is like, it's pretty tough, especially in motion when you're tired and you've been rolling for a while. It's just easier to bring your arms around and catch the arm in there. Let me do it one more time. In here, boom. You turning right here, boom. If you feel like you're gonna lose them, sorry, you could just sweep them over the top, come up, hit more front headlock stuff. Another great transition from the top is as I knee cut, I can start to back step. And then as they wrestle up, getting it on the other side. That's another good way to do this blindside guillotine. One more time. Right there, that's a good one. A lot of times it's gonna happen like anytime someone does like a leg drag pass or like a crab ride. If you leg drag me real quick. Yeah, it needs their head, right? If you can kind of build head height, their head's gonna be low around your hips and you can reach around. Now, a lot of times, if you initiate this on bottom position, you're gonna have to grab the chin first, and then you're trying to turn your hips like in one space. I need to lift my hips up, but do like a quick little hip switch like that to get back to the inside. So you can do it like this. You can ask your partner to kind of get a body lock on you right here with the head on the outside, and you want to try to break this grip with your hip mobility. So I need to reach and find the chin and kind of move across from hip to hip. That's going to set that in place. Another one, let me do a pretend, I'm going to have you do the guillotine on me. Another one in the gi a lot, Dylan Dennis used to do this, was like against a berimbolo. So as I berimbolo Dylan down, he starts putting his back to the mat so that I don't take his back to score. And as I start coming up here, yeah, he's gonna wrap that guillotine up. That's another great place to do it. Anytime someone has like a back body lock, maybe they mat return you, kind of feel whatever side their head is on and take the other elbow towards that side. So his head's over on my right side, sit out and grab. When I'm here, he's come up on a sweeper, he's taking me down. Where's his head? His head's over there. So that's not the side I want to reach with. I want my arm to come up and around the corner. It's a super versatile attack. There's a lot of spots where you can do it, and it's really kind of disorienting for the person on the receiving end because they're just expecting, you're not doing a guillotine with a different arm, but instead of coming over the top with it, you're going backwards and finding the head, and it just really kind of throws people for a loop. Super good attack.